And welcome back to another of my trick or treat holders. So I'm going to run out of space soon, just saying. So we are on day 3 and we are going to be making this little treat holder. This is so simple and a really quick little treat holder to put together. It is so cute, and again is using the cute Halloween designer series paper. So let me pop these out of the way so we can concentrate on this one. I'm starting with half a sheet of the designer series paper. This is therefore 3 inches by 6 inches. You can actually make them pretty much any size you want, just by changing the dimensions, but I find that a half by a whole works, so a 6 by 3, 4 by 8, that sort of thing. And all I'm going to do is score there. You could just fold in half, you don't have to score. And then I just want to find the middle. So half of 3 is 1.5, and just mark top and bottom so that I know where they are, because what I want to do is then join this line here, which I can only just see because of the lighting and it being on white, and then this point here. So I'm just going to, sorry, I'm just trying to cast a shadow so I can see it. And I've gone slightly off that end. There we go. Yes, that should be about right. And then not using my scoring blade. Just saying. And then line that point up again. So we're going, I'm actually going to just fold it a little so I can see it a little bit better. To this point here. It's much easier in the flesh without bright lighting. But obviously for the video it's good to have brighter lighting. And obviously again, white is not a great colour for seeing a score line, because it is white. So that goes there, that goes there. You could again just fold it with your fingers. It's not vital to get it absolutely ping on, but you want it kind of there or thereabouts, and then just gently burnish. I'm not putting lots of pressure on, I'm just putting a little bit of pressure, just so that we're encouraging the score lines to go where we want them. But if you press too hard, you may find you crack the paper. I mean, you shouldn't, because it's good paper, but if you go completely mad, particularly if you've put a lot of pressure in with your scoring, it might not be perfect. Now, that to me is the wrong way up, so I'm going to have this, this as my front, so that I've got my point at the top, and then these are going to just fold round. You do need a hole punch. Now, ideally, you want a small hole punch. This is a 1/8, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have a 1/8. You could, if you're feeling very brave, use your piercing tool, so you'll take your pick, but I would put something other than my finger behind, and then all you need to do is to come in with your hole punch and go kind of where you think that needs to sit. So ideally kind of halfway between the top and the bottom, but again, it doesn't actually matter particularly. Punch your hole, and then you'll see that those line up, and then we want to do exactly the same with the other side. And what I find easiest is to just hold the 2 pieces together, because we've got this crease at the half point anyway, and just come in and punch once and then punch again. Just be careful not to actually crease where you're holding. You could just line the 2 sides up again, but if you want to try and get them as symmetrical as possible, doing that little trick does help. Work out which up is, and you want the up to be over the top. Then I have prepared my word, which is boo again. This was in the black glimmer paper on the adhesive foam sheets. This is from the ombre paper and is obviously the mauve. So I've got boo, although so that it fitted on really nicely, I used the 0, not the O. So this is the playful alphabet dies. There are 2 O's and 1 0. So I used the 0 and obviously the B, O, and there's an exclamation mark there. So some of the letters are duplicated, so the ones that are used frequently are duplicated, so you don't necessarily have to run something through the die cutter every single time you want a repeat letter. So we've got 2 A's, for example, and 2 O's. So yeah, and 2 I's. So playful alphabet is just wonderful. Great for scrapbooking and other memory keeping. Then all I need to do is take my piece out, my very full bin, take out the centre of the B, centres of the B, and then if we grab a silicone mat, we can pop that there while we're doing the other letters. Take out the O. Let's see if I can get that centre bit out without pulling the whole thing to pieces. There we go. And then I can pop that down on my mat. And because it's a silicone mat, the glue doesn't stick, which is lovely. Oops, bits flying everywhere. And then we've just got our exclamation mark. We had, oh, which I've dropped in the bin. Dear Lord. So there's the top of our exclamation mark. I'll tidy up the little straggly bits in a moment. That's the bottom of our exclamation mark. And by little straggly bits, I mean these bits. I ran this through the mini cut and emboss twice just to make sure it was really well die cut. And it's obviously moved just at the bottom of the foam. So all we need to do is pop our letters on. I'm going to use the exclamation mark first, mostly because it's very fiddly with that dot, and then we can build backwards. And I'm going to lay them down just very gently to begin with. Need to come down a little bit rather than sticking them fully at this stage. So if I need to space them out a bit more or move them together, I can do that without ripping the paper. No, we're just about good to go. I'm going to move in a little bit, but not much, because this is quite near the fold line. That's better. Move that down a wee bit. There we go, and then you can just press it down. And that is our boo ready to go. And then we can just fold up the back, fold in that, and then we just need to add our ribbon. I've just got a short piece of ribbon. I'm going to tie it in a knot because you don't have to do a bow every time. This is the Highland Heather ribbon from the annual catalogue, and because Highland Heather is the colour in the paper, it will go. It will fit. It will. I will make it fit. Just be careful not to pull so hard that you rip the paper. But it will go through. And then out. And obviously I'll need to trim my end, but I would expect to do that anyway. So that's our ribbon through our holes. And obviously you would fill your little treats before you tie the knot. And then all I need to do is tie my knot. Possibly needed a slightly longer piece of ribbon, but it's going to be fine. Pull that tight, trim my ends off, and we are good to go. 1, 2. So there we go, there's our little mauve version, and obviously I'll keep this for another project. So there you go, that is today's treat. Tomorrow I will be showing you how to construct one of these using different papers, but doing one of these boxes. So I look forward to seeing you for tomorrow. Sorry, I'm falling over my teeth. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this, and hit the subscribe button if you don't already. If you're in the UK, France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, I will be thrilled if you would shop with me. For every £45 you spend during October, I'm doing a Celebration extension as a way to get rid of the extra Celebration items I have got. So if you place a £45 order or equivalent in euros, 60 I want to think, you can choose one of those items from what I've got left. Still got quite a lot left. And for £50 order or equivalent, you will get the Seasons of Fun host stamp set as your thank you gift, as well as the usual card, handmade thank you gift and card kit. 2 cards to put together just for placing an order. Any order using the host code will get the card kit, thank you card and thank you gift. And then if you do £45 you get Celebration item from me, not from Stamping Up but from me, and for £50 you get the Seasons of Fun stamp set. If your order is over £150 you will still get the card kit and thank you gifts, as well as the Celebration items. You just won't get the host set because you will become your own host. Thank you very much indeed for watching me. All the details of that and close-up photos of this project are on my website, linked below in the associated blog post. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!